Facebook. How you doing? Facebook, Instagram. Jeff Beggins, Mike Puma. Quick, easy, down and dirty today.
Yep.
Which is the best way to make this business. The focus today is an interesting question, because Mike and I were just chatting about an agent that is talking about coming to work with us, and the differences in what she's being taught versus kind of how we run and how we roll here at the company. So talk about kind of the strategy she's been taught from where she is, and then I'm going to go into what I taught this morning at our training class here.
Yeah, I mean, she's a newer agent, right? Less than a year, about to hit the year mark, and she's doing well. I think she'll end up doing about 8 or 9 deals in her first year, so not terrible production.
Right.
But she's a very detailed person, right? She's very, very good once the deal is signed. Going out and getting the business is where I think her struggle is in general.
Sounds familiar.
Right? Which is a lot of agents out there. And then to complicate that even further, her broker's telling her to say no to everything and basically go the shotgun approach.
Say yes to everything.
Yeah, say yes to everything, say no to nothing, and just go do everything. And on surface level, it makes sense, right? Oh yeah, never say no. And we even have a motto, never step over anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that gets taken out of context, especially with a new agent, and no one has taken the time to actually ask her, what is your goal? What's your why, right? Why are you doing this? What do you need? And so it was funny, because when I had the conversation with her, I said, well, how many deals are you trying to do? And she said, and there was just a long, awkward pause. Like, she literally had not even thought about it, right? In her mind, it's just as many as I can possibly do, I guess. And when your broker's telling you, go do everything, that's the kind of mindset you fall into. And so when I actually got her to take a step back, it was, oh, well, if I do a deal a month, then I'd be really, really happy. And I said, okay, so you need 1 deal then. So not 2, not 3, not 4, 1.
Yeah.
And what we need to do then is we need to figure out for you, what is the lowest hanging fruit, the path of least resistance to get you that 1 deal. And then once you do that consistently and you're happy and you say, well, I want to go to 2, then we figure out 2. But she may not, right? She's got a young son who only goes to school half the day.
Right.
She needs to be flexible.
So throwing 50, 60 grand to the bottom line is a score.
So she may never want to get to 2, right? Now her broker is going to push her to get to 2, because the broker makes more money when she gets to 2, right? Because the broker isn't giving her the respect she deserves and understanding her business. The broker's acting in her best interest, which is completely wrong in our belief in the way we.
Well, it's just different, right? So great example. I just finished a coaching session with an agent over here, which kind of blends into what you're talking about today. And the way we do it is we have a whole form. It's kind of accountability and coaching and empowerment all kind of rolled into one. And we kind of go over how many people were we supposed to connect with over the last week? How many people did you? How many leads did you follow up with? When you should? What are your best listing prospects? What are your best buyer prospects? What's the focus for this week? All these things right there. What are your pending deals? What are your current listings? The whole snapshot. So make sure that everyone's tracking your business, because if you're not tracking your business, you're out of business. Right. And so, but most people don't really treat this like a business in this industry, but those who do really do well. So the fun part about her is we go back to what we call the primary aim, which is what are you doing this? And then we have the art of life betterment, which breaks it down into quarterly steps. So her world is $25,000 a quarter. Is getting her right now where she needs to be. So this is the fun part. That's this quarter. And it's 25,000 every quarter. We reboot and we come back to see what do you really want to do this coming quarter. But right now in the middle of Q3 where we are right now, she's got the goal to make 25 grand. That puts a big ass smile on her face. That makes me happy. It makes her happy. She's already hit the 30 mark. Okay. And she's going full throttle in a whole bunch of different directions. So the coaching today was stop, right? Because one of the biggest points of having a goal is to know when you're done. Right. And then she's going in so many different directions. We were looking at the lead sources today. And to your point, she was all over the place. There was Sphere, there was Relo, there was referrals, there's past client, there's for sale by owners, it was all over the place because everything's working, as we've been talking about a lot. So here's the difference in mindsets. Like this one agent you were talking about, this broker's mindset is different than ours.
Yeah.
Not that it's better or it's worse, it's just different.
Right.
So here's what I like in this too. You've got scarcity and you have abundance. Now, what's the difference? A scarcity mindset is one of which there's not really enough when you don't know how much long it's going to be. So take everything you can, you better get it, right? Which makes you operate from a sense of fear and scarcity and just not a good place, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a position of weakness.
Weakness and struggle, right? And then versus an abundance mentality, which is how we roll here. And then look, everything works. And we were joking, not joking. I said, let's go through your lead source opportunities today. You could go right across the street to Publix and hang out somewhere. If you're going to hang out in Publix, don't go to the cheap aisle. Go stand in the organic vegetable aisle, right? You'll get richer people, right? With your name tag and smile. You can go work on for sale by owners. You can go work expired. You can go work Sphere. You can go do some posts. You can go do Instagram. You can do Facebook. You can go focus on LinkedIn. You write some articles. You can do a blog. You can do whatever you want to do. Every single thing works. You go do teardowns. You can do whatever you want. And that's the challenge is most agents grab one, they get a deal. Oh, I got my friend. Oh, I got a physical. Oh, I'm going to try and expired. I'm going to do this. And they have a grand opening going out of business sale for the rest of their career. And it's stressful as hell. And they get freaked out.
They're taxing the system.
So knowing that it's abundant and everything works is a great freeing mindset because you can say, okay, now what do I really like to do? And it's hard to answer that question. It's very easy to answer the question, what do I not like to do? Right? So if you say, I hate door knocking, then don't freaking door knock, right? What do you like? Well, I don't like posting on social media. Then don't freaking post on social media, right? What do you like? I like farming. Well, let's farm. But let's put some blinders on and let's focus on, are we going to do digital farm? We're going to do traditional farms. We're going to do newsletters. We're going to post. What are you going to do? Because everything works. So it really is liberating to focus back in with an abundant mindset rolling through you that lets you know that everything works and there's plenty and it's coming.
Yeah.
And you get to handpick the type of people you're going to actually work with and how they're going to be. And then let me finish this one last thought on it. Then the really liberating part is you don't have to pick everybody, right? To your point, 1 deal a month is fantastic.
Yeah.
2 deals a month is fantastic. Maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. It doesn't matter what the number is, but let's figure out what it is. And then be choosy. Our big sales meeting here this morning at this office, we were talking about, all right, let's be choosy, which is an abundant mentality. You can't be if you're in scarcity, right?
Yep.
So if you're choosy, and if I just met you and I said, look, you want to buy a house? Fantastic. I'd love to interview for the job to be your representative. Let me share with you how I run my business.
Yep.
Right. The first thing I'm going to do is have you talk to Discount Loans, the best mortgage company around. My guy Chad is fantastic and he's ready to roll. And the reason I want you to talk to him is because I trust him and he's got great programs. But most importantly, I get the tools I need to do a good job negotiating for you. You want me to do a good job for you, don't you? Great. And then once I know what your parameters are, we're going to search some neighborhoods. We're going to come into my buyer theater. We're going to look at everything. We're going to get all the down. We're going to pick the neighborhoods. We're going to pick the homes. We're going to clear your throat. And we're going to pick like the top 3 homes that you can actually buy. We're going to pick one and we're going to go buy it. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
If you'd like to work with me, this is how I run my business. If you don't, that's fine too. And same thing with the sellers, we go through the way. And then if you want to work with me, great. I only take 1 or 2 clients a month. Do you want to be it? There you go, as I can't talk anymore.
Now, I guarantee though, from an agent's perspective, right, which I'm not, but I guarantee you there's especially new agents out there probably sitting there right now saying to themselves, well, that's easy to say, but when you're a new agent, you haven't gotten your first deal or you've done 1 deal, 2 deals, 3 deals all year. I don't want to say no, right? That's going in their head. And that's where that doesn't help the system at all to follow this. However, being able to get through that and understand that it will come if you create the right process for yourself and you're not doing yourself short term, you may get some short-term satisfaction by doing this shotgun approach, right? From a marketing perspective and lead generation perspective, the shotgun approach will work in that it will get you a deal, but it's also going to tax the system so much that it will limit your overall ability and your business long term will suffer.
It'll get you a deal, will not grow your business.
Right. And there's a difference.
And there's also a time and a place for everything. Now, there's a couple agents I'm coaching that life's kicked them in the ass and they said, oh crap, right? I have to go get deals right now. Now, that's a different conversation. If you're sitting there going, the whole hierarchy of needs, right? If you've got safety and security, that you're questioning where your roof is going to be and food, and you got to pull some $5,000 down in the next 45 days, or you're in deep shit, right?
Yep.
That changes that's not business building mode.
No.
That's scramble mode to get a deal.
That's survival mode.
And survival mode is different. And survival mode and scarcity are the same things, right? So a lot of people never leave that, which is the challenge inside this industry. So if you're in scramble survival mode, by all means, take everything that gets thrown at you because you need a freaking deal, right? But when you can breathe a little bit and let's focus on building a business, that's a totally different strategy.
But also understand that you've created that monster. You've created that environment because by not creating a framework that allows you to consistently do what you're good at, and consistently drive business, that's what's causing this all of a sudden need for scramble. Of course, life's going to happen. There's things that you cannot plan for. But I would argue that if you have figured out what's working for you, if you are really good at creating videos and posting them on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and you've done that consistently and you start driving business, well, guess what? Now all you need to do, if that's getting you your 1 or 2 deals a month and everything's good, and then life happens and you need 3 or 4 deals, well, guess what? All you got to do is more of that, right?
That's right.
You push that more, or you add in something else.
That's a great point. We're talking today about if you're going to say, you know what, this particular person was going to be raising her price point, right? Because it's a smart thing to do. And she's at the luxury of her career right now to say, I'm going to the next level. And the next level is higher price points. So she has to say no to different opportunities too, right? But I said, if you're going to do it, how are you going to do it? You're either, in this particular case, she was going to focus on an expired methodology we're working on. And I said, you have to focus on it. You can't just go to an expired and think you're just going to get it, like 2 or 3 of them, right? If you're going to put the blinders on and commit to expired world, you've got to own it, live it, drink it, eat it, practice it, record yourself, audio, video, replay, get the coach to critique you, figure it out and own that craft. But you can't own that craft if you're dabbling in Sphere and posting and a FSBO and a Publix and a this and doing all that stuff. You're going to stress yourself out. So that's the advice today is because I know in this environment, it's nuts. And it's weird to me, the difference, because everything works and there's so much business, yet there's still people struggling. Right?
Oh, big time.
And I
think it's because everything works.
That's the issue.
And you have it all, to me, it all comes back down to self-awareness, especially from a marketing and lead gen perspective. You have to, here's the reality. Everything works at a wide scale. Everything does not work for you, right? It all comes back to self-awareness. The reality is that example I gave earlier, the agent does not love to go into a room and network with people, right? It's not her style. So we could say at a high level, going into Publix or going into a happy hour, right? And networking works. It does work at a high level. It will not work for her, right? I could tell you that if I put her in that environment, because she's not going to commit to it, she's not comfortable with it, it's not her personality, it will not work for her. She should not do it, right?
I agree.
But she's hearing that it's going to work. So what happens is she's going to try because she should, when that hour she spent at happy hour could have been much better served with her grabbing her phone in the comfort of her living room where it's just her and shooting a quick value-driven video that she blasts out to her network. That hour would have been far more valuable for her to do that than go do happy hour, where then you have someone else who's really uncomfortable doing this, but would have no problem walking into that happy hour and networking and coming out of it with 3 or 4 leads. So it's all just a matter of you have to know yourself, especially when it comes to marketing and lead gen, because everything works, not everything works for you. And to me, that's the sum of it.
That's why first thing we do with all the people we work with is really help them understand themselves with the personality profiles, know your strengths, your weaknesses, your blind spots, and then build on the deal. So In summary on this one, this is a quick down and dirty one, just tactical one for you guys today for sure, is everything works. We just don't know if you do, right? So if you do work and you are willing to work, don't pick everything. Let's pick one thing. Let's get damn good at it, right? Damn good at it, and focus it. It's your craft, it's your skill, right? That's what you do to fund your lifestyle, feed your family, and drive your dreams, right?
Yep.
So that's the message today. If we can reach out anyway, if we can help you in any way at all, reach on out, let us know.
Yep, we're here for you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.